Yes. So we will quickly finish up this integration testing. Okay. So integration testing is little challenging part. I don't know. I need to check. I will call you separately that part. Okay. Yes. Um, I called him, Hari. He didn't say anything about price. He just um, he said the price may change. So once it is available, then he will be sharing the price. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so integration testing will help us to automate our CI/CD pipeline. Okay, so it will help us to automate our CI/CD pipeline.
तुम बैठ जाओ ऑफिस में.
So what we can do, we can write couple of test cases, and you pass the JSON request, and you get expect some JSON response back. So the best way to do this integration testing is create couple of dedicated accounts. Okay, so test accounts whose state will not be changing. Okay, whose state will not be changing. So what should we do? We should create couple of test accounts, and we should use those test accounts every time we drop the code, like basic scenarios, whether we are getting we are getting proper response or not. The flows, right? The basic flows, we should validate it, right? So we should create some couple of dedicated test accounts. Okay, so it should be like this, right? So in developer machine, the integration testing is going to be happen. So the developer will push the code into repository. So the famous these days is Git repository, right? So Git, you will be pushing the code into Git. So from here, once we push the code into the Git, so based on the configuration, if it is automatic hook, Git hook, then it triggers the Jenkins job, right? It triggers the Jenkins job. So what does this Jenkins job will do? Jenkins job will pick the code, take the code from the GitHub and build it in as part of Maven lifecycle. It will also run JUnit test cases. So unit test case, unit testing is going to be happen as part of Maven lifecycle. So apart from this, we should also do some integration test cases. Integration test cases. So we should have a dedicated database for integration testing, because it's like end to end, right? So we need a database. So end to end. So we should consider that part. Integration should testing is a little costly, because we need to have a dedicated environment, and we should have some uh, dedicated accounts, right? Because integration test cases means you will write it for one time. So we should create some accounts whose state will not be changing. So we will use a dedicated database for that. And we will check all the endpoints, like we pass some request and we expect some response. So if everything is good, then we can promote, automatically drop this code into our DIT environment, right? So DIT environment. So like this, we usually follow the microservices. I mean, this is how the usual microservices architecture will be. Okay, so but most of the companies, like in most of the places, this part may not be there because it is little cost effective process, and it consumes some time, right? So integration test cases writing, monitoring, everything is little cost effective, but it improves our I mean, it increases the process of doing the automation, right? So we don't need any manual introversion to test the basic endpoints, right? So all endpoints will giving the proper response or not. Any new change happen, so automatically some code break, if any bug will be there, that integration test case will be failed, so we can immediately report it before going the code into DIT. So we can stop here itself. So that is what is the benefit. But there are a couple of challenges on that. We should have a dedicated database uh, where the accounts are purely dedicated for integration testing, and we should also write some code. It is not like automated. We should also write some integration test cases code. So when it is an integration testing, we send some JSON request and you expect some JSON response back. You send some JSON request and you expect some JSON response back. Okay, so that's how the testing is going to be happen, right? But it is really cost effective manner, but the process will be good, right? So any issue, it will be notified before dropping the code into DIT. So we should have a dedicated team who will be working on creating database, creating test accounts, and writing the integration test cases. So So there is some hectic is there, but there are also a couple of benefits are there. But anyway, unit testing, it's part of developer, right? So developer should take care. So it is not integration testing. It is a method, Java method, particular Java method. We will test it in the unit test. But integration testing is completely different. You send like HTTP request and you expect some JSON data or XML data, whatever it is. You validate that particular JSON, right? So that's how the integration test cases can be written. So in Spring Boot, it is pretty easy. Like we can write the Java by using Java itself. Existing strong API support we have from Spring Boot. So we can use that API. We can use that API and we can write integration test. Okay. So when it is an integration test case, it's like you need to have a dedicated database server and everything. So it is fully automated. I will show you how to write. So let me quickly create a class, mobile service integration testing. Actually, this is the standards, but most of the companies may some may follow and some of the companies may not follow. So integration test. So this is I mean unique one. Like for entire application, we may write like one or two integration test files. Okay, let me add some package, right? So package, it's org dot spring dot boot dot msk. Okay, this dot mode. Let's do the basic package dot integration. Okay. Integrations. Let's move this. Move this into the package. Just refresh the project. Okay, yes. So now we will use that. Now we will use it Spring Boot test. Okay, so we need Spring Boot test now. Full annotation we need it because it's like full application has to be come up. So here we should also use some profile concept, right? So the integration testing, we will have a dedicated database, right? So you create some data source which connects to that particular integration. So we use some profile also in real time, but let's connect it to the real database now. Okay, so here we need to enable MVC. Okay, we need to enable MVC, web MVC, auto configure mock MVC, auto configure mock MVC. We need mock MVC object. Okay, so let's auto write that. So this mock MVC has all the features to bring the server up, connecting to the database, right? Executing, sending the request and getting the response. Everything is going to be taken care by mock MVC. Okay, it's okay. So let's test get mobile by ID, right? So let's test get mobile by ID. So public void test get mobile, okay, get mobile by id. Yes, get mobile by id. And here let's do it test. It is a test case only, integration test case. Yes, so we need to send some get request. We need to send some get request and we need to pass some mobile id. We need to pass some mobile id and we will get some JSON data and we will verify whether the data is matching or not. Okay, so let's do something like this. Okay, MVC dot perform, which means let's send the request. Perform, let's send the request. So what action has to be performed? Let's execute a get method, right? So let's execute a get method. Okay, let's execute a get method. So mock HTTP servlet request URI builder. You can send URI and some arguments you would like to send. We can also send some arguments, right? So URI. So here we no need to pass the local host 8080, nothing required. MVC will take care of that part. We need to send only the base part, right? So slash mobiles. Okay, mobile or mobiles. So let's check that and ID, right? So what is the path of the controller get id mobiles slash id or mobiles slash and id, right? Mobile id, yes. So let's pass this id. Okay, let's pass this id dot. Okay, let's expect, right? So let's accept media type json data. Okay, so media type dot application slash json. Let's do json application slash json. Okay, so we are calling this api and we are expecting json response back. Okay, so now let's write test cases, right? Now let's write test cases. Expect uh, perform MVC. Let me see the signature. Okay, perform get this one. Okay, so dot expect. So perform, it's a mock MVC, right? Yes. Mock MVC get. I think we need to pass the actual data here. We need to pass the actual data one. Yes. So accept dot, yeah, and expect. So we need to write what we would like to validate. What we would like to validate. Okay. So you going to get a JSON data, raw JSON string. Okay, it's going to be a raw JSON string. So you need to validate that JSON string, right? You need to validate that JSON string. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to convert to anything. So there are some existing predefined API is available called JSON path, and we can say what what parameter we would like to validate. For example, okay, so yeah, expect status. Okay, next you can expect ID value should be matching, right? ID value should be matching. Content type is JSON. You can check whether the content type is JSON or not. Status is okay or not. When it is coming to the JSON part, you can use JSON path dollar, which means the actual JSON object dot uh, parameters. So okay, let's do the status check first. Like whatever is there, let's do that and expect. Okay, status dot okay is okay. Yes, status should be 200 and expect. I think content. Which one we should select? Result matches. Yeah. Dot content type media type dot JSON. Okay. So content type should be JSON and expect. So JSON path and expect JSON path. So we are going to get JSON object like this dot. So JSON object is nothing but the return type, right? So response is the JSON, so which has a parameter response. So dollar dot response. So this response will be is nothing but mobile DTO. T is nothing but mobile DTO, right? So mobile controller. So response of mobile DTO. So now mobile DTO has ID, right? ID. So let's check whether the ID is one or not. We are passing in the request one. So let's verify, right? So one. Okay. So we need to do some double quotes now. This matching. Oh, dot value now. Sorry. Yeah. Dot value. JSON path. We need to close the JSON path. And let's do value, and value should be 1, right? Value should be 1. So what happened? I think throws, we need to do some throws declaration. Okay, so this is going to send a HTTP request. Okay, what exactly we are doing? It is nothing but opening a postman and sending mobiles slash one, and in the response we are checking whether it is matching or not, right? So let's if I running this JUnit is nothing but starting our server and going to the postman, sending the request and verifying the JSON data. So that entire part is happening here, right? So we are going to send some HTTP request, which is get mobiles slash one ID, mobile ID, and we are expecting data type accept JSON. and we are writing couple of test cases here, right? So we are writing couple of test cases here. So we are saying that okay, expect status should be 200, and okay, and status should be 200, and we are also expecting, okay, we are also expecting content type should be JSON, and we are also expecting the response ID should value should be 1, response ID value should be 1. So you can write a couple of test cases, right? You can write a couple of test cases. For example, I think ID1 name is Samsung. You can check that one also. So it's like JSON path. So the expression is dollar dot, okay, dollar dot response dot, dollar dot response dot, I think name, right? So name. So uh, let's close this, and you can say value. Okay, I think it's a yes capital, I believe. So Samsung, right? Yes, Samsung. Okay. So like this, you can verify the complete JSON response. Like this, you can verify the complete response. I think one extra parenthesis is there. So now let's run this. Okay. Run as JNS test case. You see, now that server is going to be run, and it's connected to the database, and it will hit the JSON HTTP request, and it automatically shut down the server also. That entire process is going to be happen as part of running one test case. Okay, it is connecting to the database. It will execute. You see that select query also printing on the console. If we do show SQL, mhm. So there is something got failed. URL should start with the path. Okay, I think it should be slash. Slash is missing. That's fine. Let's rerun the unit test case. Okay. So what happened? Oh, we need to send authentication now. Unauthorized. So we need to send authentication, right? So let's see how to do that. Get accept. Um, let's see any parameter available. Um, header, header.
Well, there
So
is no way to like because unit testing we don't need authentication all right. So
no,
like
no, no. This is integration testing. Like
oh,
Postman, from Postman, how you are
okay,
getting,
okay, okay,
like this
okay.
it is. Okay. So I think what exactly we did here? Basic authentication. Okay, let me check. Go to client. What authentication we enabled for mobile service? Data JPA, right? In the header, basic. Okay, let me check. What exactly we did it in the client? I forgot actually. So integration. Oh, so this is the whole code, right? So mobile client like this. Service, actual service. In integration, application content. Okay, basic authentication, username and password we are sending, right? Oh, it's not header. It's not header. So let me check in the. Okay. So Spring Boot Mark MVC with basic authentication. Yes, it's purely related to integration testing, right? Yes, need to is using 1.4 mock MVC perform expected blah, blah, blah. Okay, header authorization. Okay, like this we should do it. But it can be hard coded, right? So basic, okay, basic colon colon. Let's try this header. So HTTP headers dot authorization. Okay, let's do headers. Okay, so it's going to be basic space, but this is I don't think so. This will work on. Let's try this out. Okay. So what is the username and password we configured? Country user, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's try this out. Run as JUnit test case. So this is like testing, opening a Postman and testing from the Postman, something like that, right? So it's like full-fledged HTTP request. It's just like invoking from outside. So that is
Yeah.
what is pure integration testing is meant to be. Okay, so I think it will fail. Let's see.
Basically, it is like client only.
Expecting 200, but 401 an authentication. So basic real M something is that www authentication basic real M. This is not working. I also need to disable the basic authentication. Mm, go to Control G, Spring.io framework lem. Let's see how to pass that. So in integration testing, control do basic. What is this? These people are not talking anything related to. Uh, so header content type is the parameter security spec header. Yeah, so authorization basic and some encrypted string they are doing. Perform that get with HTTP basic. Oh, good. Something is available like this. Let's try this out. Okay. So dot with HTTP basic. Where is this method? HTTP basic request processor. Where is this import statement? Is there testing HTTP basic authentication? Oh, come on. Testing Spring Boot. Come on, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Spring Boot integration test with basic authentication example. Security Spring Boot integration tests. So where is the content type is this and expect this fine. Where is the security? MVC content type Spring Boot test. Okay, template dot with basic authentication. Test template. No, no, no. Mock MVC. So Spring Boot integration testing. Mock MVC with basic authentication. Okay, so for now, what I will do, I will stop the security. Okay, so I will show that security later. Apply Spring Security, media type, expect response. In documentation, there is nothing to mention. So let's go to boot, type control M, mock MVC. Okay, so auto wide and expect. Okay, okay. So let's see any basic authentication here. Let's expect a body. Okay, auto configure MVC, auto configure accept. Okay, for now, what I will do, I will stop the security. Okay, so I will show that part after some time. I will check what would be the exact configuration. So for now, let's disable this security, right? So for now, let's disable this security. Okay, so let's comment this. Let's test without security. Okay, so this should pass now. Okay, so this should pass now. So it is connecting to the database. Which security, the desktop service, app security config. Okay, so we talked this right. So no security now. Taking too much time to connect to the database. And this is still going into security mobile service. Okay, so we are writing integration test here only, right? Yes, mobile slash one. So this is okay, got it. Problem with this. So for now, let's disable the security. I will show you how to pass the security in the header parameter. Okay, there must be some way. I just need to see the clear documentation. Yes. Think I need to format my machine. These days it's too much slow. Okay, we are getting 200 response, but name expected Samsung. I think SANG, but it's SUNG. So here SUNG. Okay, so that is what it's spelling. Yeah, so we are testing without security. I will.
Sunil, Samsung spelling still not correct. Then
No,
still
no.
testing.
In the database, it is.
Oh,
It is
okay,
like that
okay.
only. So that's why it is there. Okay, so we will quickly do how to do it for get all mobiles. I will show the code how to write for get all mobiles under. For sure, I will show that header security also. Security also I will show. Okay, so it will make a HTTP call. It will get the data from the database, and it will try to get the JSON and check whether the properties are matching with the JSON or not. Um, Connect into the database, and automatically that server will be shutting down. Once it is done, that entire server will be shutting down, right? So it's passed now. You see that query got executed and server also automatically shutting down, right? It's a very really such a beautiful feature, right? So automatically starting the server, sending the request, getting the response, and validating the response. So if it is a manual process, like we should we should have been going to Postman and hitting and verifying each and every parameter, right? So instead of doing that, you can do it here itself. Okay. So you can also send one more request for two, right? Mobile ID 2 or mobile ID 3. So like that, you can write couple of test cases. Okay, so it might be like ID2, and you can check next level also. For example, so see here, so we are checking for 2 and response ID 2, and the response name, like that mobile name should be Samsung, and LOB should be retail, status should be not available. So you can check how much you want, right? If you like, once you make a call from the postman, you get all the details, right? Mobile name, mobile price, mobile LOB, mobile status. So you can check everything. Okay, so you can also check multiple data. For example, mobiles means you get 13, right? Mobiles means you get 13. So you can also check whether the response is array or not, right? So it's a group or not, and you can check what is the length size of that group. And at index 1, right, 0 index, what is the ID, and what is the LOB, and what is the name, what is the status, right? And index 2, now this is for index 1, and index 2, what is the ID, and what is the mobile name, what is the LOB, and what is the, like this you can write so many tests on single request, right? You can write so many tests on single request. Okay, so you can also check whether the response is array or not, whether the size has 13 elements or not, right? Whether the size is matching or not. And you can go to each index level in that array, each element you can take, you can perform some test cases. Okay, so not only getting the mobiles, right? So we are doing get mobile by ID, get mobile by ID, get all mobiles. You can also do an insert into the database, right? So you can also do a post method, right? Post method. But what we need to remember here with respect to post method, all these calls are pure HTTP calls, right? All these calls are pure HTTP calls. So what will happen once you insert the data, once you insert, while you are inserting the data, you should create a JSON string, right? You need to create an object, set the data, convert that object into a JSON string, and we should send the JSON string in our post request module. Okay, so that is what we should remember. How you are testing from Postman, like that you should test it here, right? From Postman you are sending a JSON string. Same way here also you should send a JSON string. Okay, so and you can check the status is matching or not. You can check the ID is created or not, right? So let's quickly copy paste these three in our workspace, and we can check whether those are working or not, right? So yeah, so this hash size should be imported from Amcrust. Okay, so this is from Amcrust. So this is another third-party library which has some matchers, right? So which has some matchers like size related and some utility methods it has, right? Some size related and utility methods. I think it's not save mobile request. I think it's save mobile request only. Let's import it. Okay, so yeah, let's import object mapper. Let's import post method. Okay, let's import post method. Okay, so this will save a this will save one data into mobile, right? So this is how we can test post method, patch method, delete method, get method. Okay, a put method. Every method can be tested like this. Every method can be tested like this. But what is the communication is going to happen? It's like HTTP communication. So we will send the JSON data, you get the JSON data. So that is what is very important thing which we need to remember. Right? You send a JSON data and you get the JSON data. So that is what we should keep in keep the thing in our mind. So it will automatically run this integration test cases. It will automatically run the this integration test cases as part of your Jenkins server itself, right? So I'm just doubting about it whether this data is going to be matching or not. I think it's the same database, right? Mostly it will be matching. So let's run the test case one by one, right? So when you pass to mobile ID 2, so we are expecting this data. So it will take it will be like full process, like starting the server, stopping the server, connecting to the database, right? When you run whether you run one test case or multiple test cases, so this process is same. Okay, so it's running and you got the success response, right? Success response. So when you run this, all mobiles it will get all mobiles, and it will check response is type array or not. It will check the size is 13 or not. I don't know how many elements are there in the database. I think 15 are there according to my knowledge. I think there are 15 are there. So let me check how many elements are there. So it should match with that count, and it will also check index 1 whether we have this data or not, index 2 whether we have this data or not. So like that it will go and each element level it will check. Okay, so let's quickly connect it to the database and see whether it's matching or not. So So let's start from mobiles or mobile. I think mobile, I believe. Let's try that.
It's not in real time also we'll test like this because we don't know right how many like in real time it could have millions of records.
No, based on the operation. Okay, so right now we have in 15 in TV. So 15. Yeah, so you can check how much are there. Like I told, right, we will have a dedicated DB, right? So whose state will not be changing. So that the database will have limited accounts, test accounts. Integration is a separate dedicated part. So we will not use live accounts. If it is a live account, which state will change? For example, if it is AWS, sorry, Amazon.com or something, Amazon.com or Amazon.in. So if you take the live account, so the cart may have different data different times, right? So
Yeah,
your
that's
test
what.
case. So we should
Same.
not use live data. We should use a dedicated accounts whose state will not be changing. Only for,
Mock, like kind of mock data, like
yeah,
static.
purely relate. I mean, it's purely dedicated for integration testing. Those accounts are purely dedicated for integration testing.
Okay.
So at least like that, we can make sure the code is not breaking. So anyone is changing the code, they should take care about this integration test
Mm-hmm.
cases also. Okay. So
I
like
got your point.
running
Yeah, because
this,
that's why I asked, because if live, we don't know
yeah,
how
live
many.
may not be suitable. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
So we can run a group in one go. Spring, I mean, this will be running as part of Maven test life cycle itself. Okay. So this is how we usually do an integration testing. But like most of the projects may not have this kind of support because it is a cost effective manner, right? So we need dedicated resources, dedicated database, and having some, yeah, so you got 15 accounts, right? You got 15. So after running the post request, one more data will be inserted, one more data will be inserted. So you need to increase this count 16, right? So the order also, which is very important. So the order also, which is very important. So if get runs after post, this will fail, right? So it should run get followed by post. So you should also consider all these things, and you should write a proper way. Integration testing should be done in a proper way, which should say the health check, right? Sanity health check, application sanity health check, saying that all the endpoints are working as expected, right? So as expected, the response is coming in a as expected way. If any developer did any code change, if something is breaking, some test case will be failing. So we should not allow that user to push the code into the valid working branch, right? So if you should check why that is failing, and you should fix that issue, then only we should push the code. So we should have some proper life cycle, and we should have proper mechanism in our microservices. So this will help us to do an automation, proper automation, right? So yeah, so this is what is a pure microservices development life cycle. But sometimes we follow, sometimes we may not follow. So, but according to the standard, this is how it should be, right? This is how it should be. It's like fully automated. So we should write integration unit test cases also, which does the basic application health check, right? Sanity health check. So if everything looks good, that the code will be dropped automatically into DIT. So the code, whatever is there in the DIT, should have all these APIs are working fine, right? So that is what is the main intention of writing integration test cases. But it is costly and it is time consuming process. So so but in microservices architecture, it is part, right? Development, it is also part. It should be developer task. Okay, it should be developer task. So if anything breaking in the Jenkins server, immediately the DevOps guy will ping, right? Okay, this guy checked in some code, and this is failing. So some email, right? Alert email will come. So be very careful. So in the pure microservices development environment, we should also have some integration test cases, which will take care about application end to end, right? Application end to end. So this is all about unit testing and integration testing. I know I just showed very high level, like how to write and how to test it, okay, and how exactly the things will work. Right? So you should spend some more time to understand this concept, okay. So I mean, for our case, it's like we don't want to go very in deep, right? I showed one or two examples for integration testing, one or two examples for unit testing. But for sure, unit testing will be there. Whether integration testing will there or not there, but in the companies, for sure, at least if it is some process is there, right? Some process is there, and some strictly following process is there. Then unit testing will be there for sure. Okay, integration testing may there or may not be there, but you should know how it works and how to write integration test cases in microservices using Spring Boot. Okay, for that purpose, I showed this. The only part which I missed here is security. In the next session, first I will show. Okay, I will spend some time offline, and I will come up with a plan like how to send exactly the basic authentication here. So I will show that in the next session. Okay. So this is all about unit testing. I mean JUnit testing in microservices, guys. There are two sections: unit testing and integration testing. Don't get confused. These two are two different scenarios, and these two are two different sections. Okay. And the only part is missing is authentication. I will show that. So what I will do, I will push this code. I will create a branch. I will create a repository, and I will push this code into remote, and I will share that link with you. So you just go through it and try to complete this code, right? These 4 microservices. So we are done with security. Security, only one part is pending, right? Webflex security. MVC it's done. Webflex security with the JWT token. So I will complete in the next session, right? I will get it completed in the next session. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow is holiday. I have some personal work. So so I will push this code in.
Checking the response, and based on the response we are considering it as a success or a failure, right? Is there any way to check that in database? Is there any way?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's only from the response we can identify.
Yes, it is like service, right? You send some HTTP request, you get some response, and you validate.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so database, we don't have anything. And if it is database, then it will not be called as integration test. Yeah, so we need to write some custom tool or our own tool to go to the database and check each database table level validations. So in Spring, we don't have database level validation.
Okay, Sunil. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Sorry, guys. Today, lot of issues: network issue,
No,
power cut issue, and some security issue. Sorry.
Yeah, so Sunil, I think here we need to call the means we have to generate the token, and that token we can pass it in the header in the response.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. If it is a client integration testing, yes, you need to first call create token API. You get the token, put it in the header, and send it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
It is data JPA, so that's why we are sending a HTTP basic. But if it is a client microservice client API, right? Mobile client API, yes, first you need to call create token, get the token, put it in each header, request header, right? The token will be available for next 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So just generate it one time by using it before class, right? It before class, and yeah, you can set it on each level. Okay, so that should happen only one time at before class. So get the token for one time, and you can set it like each header, right? So I think some header is available, so that is easy. So
yeah,
you can set header, so authorization and bearer space, that one, like sending the normal header parameter, authorization header parameter. Yes, that's how we should do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. There are a couple of scenarios, whatever we are learning in this training, it is not available in the Google also. This integration testing. Okay. And the next complicated part, this Spring Webflex JWT. No example is available in the Google. It's almost, I spent 2 days to get 1 or 2 examples with the JWT token. The main problem with the JWT token.
Yeah.
So that is one very important session, guys. Don't miss that out. It's easy only, not that much complicated, but not that much. I mean, not that much support is available on the Google. No, like too many examples are not available. So you must attend this training. Okay, don't miss that session at all. Okay. Okay, team. Thank you so much. Okay, so 2 more sessions. We will be closing our development activities. mostly we will be jumping into microservices architecture, and which will be helpful for interviews a lot. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. See you.
Yeah.
See you on 17th. Okay. So
Okay.
tomorrow and day after tomorrow is holiday. So enjoy, guys. See you.
Not enjoy, practice. Go enjoy.
Practice. Yeah.
Practice.